Member for West Vancouver Sea to Sky.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, today marks the United Nations World Oceans Day, and in a coastal province like British Columbia, we have a great deal to appreciate. Yet at the same time, we need to address some of the greatest threats against our ocean's health. The ocean covers more than 70% of the planet, and we depend on it to produce at least 50% of the planet's oxygen. As you may also understand, it's a main source of protein for more than 1 billion people around the world. We also depend on the ocean for our global economy, and the United Nations estimates 40 million people will be employed in ocean-based industries by 2030. However, with 90% of the big fish populations depleted and 50% of the coral reefs on their way to destruction, we are clearly not on a sustainable path. The ocean's life and livelihoods is a theme for World Oceans Day in 2021. While the coastline of British Columbia stretches 954 kilometers from the tip of southern Vancouver Island to the community of Stewart, it actually totals more than 25,000 kilometers when all the island coastlines are included. People work and live all over this coast, and we must acknowledge its importance as a significant part of our provincial economy. Our ocean-based industries account for $17 billion worth of economic activity annually and employ 170,000 British Columbians in coastal communities stretching from the Salish Sea right up to the Alaskan border. In 2019, total sales of primary seafood production in British Columbia amounted to $1.1 billion. But sustainability is a key, Mr. Speaker, and given the size of the problem, it is complex. Among other concerns, the future health of our oceans will be dependent on our global collective efforts to effectively manage on and offshore fisheries, prevent the introduction of plastics into the ocean environment, and have a credible carbon plan. Mr. Speaker, we must add our voice in support of a United Nations Sustainable Objective 14, conserve and sustainably use the ocean, seas, and marine resources by 2030. A big task, Mr. Speaker, but it can be done.